season 2 of the Exchange podcast. We took a break, but we're back. So what's happening, guys? What's been going on? How's everybody been?
We're back.
Good.
We're back on bowl and bossy and boshus.
You're such an idiot.
Totally atrocious. We're back though. It was a little break. Everyone's done their thing, and as you can see, the most obvious change is our new cast member, Kate. Can we give a round of applause for our new cast member?
Thank you.
It's like that Fresh Prince when they come back and there's a new Aunt Viv. Hold on a second.
Weren't there a new Ashley as well, or is she always just...
Nah.
Been Ashley.
She just got fine and she grew up in there.
Yeah,
She was a little kid and then she
yeah.
turned into a woman. Yeah.
Real.
Big up Ashley.
So, there's been a lot going on in the media lately,
Lots.
particularly around racism.
And the Euro.
Yeah. And
The
football
Euros,
that
yeah.
That just went with the...
England versus Italy.
Yeah.
What's that? Like, obviously, I know not everyone here that watches football heavily, but obviously, see when that was going on, what's everyone's thoughts on like the whole, like how people were treated, like the whole racism and football thing, and what's that woman's name? Priti Patel, like
Priti
her
Patel.
comments and things like that, because it's a bit of a shambles. Like,
Oh, wasn't she the one that said he should have focused on taking penalties instead of trying to get free school meals about Rashford?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you said?
No, that weren't pretty
I
Patel,
don't
that
think
was
it
another
pretty. That was
MP,
another
though.
one of the other
Yeah,
MPs.
yeah.
It wasn't pretty.
Oh, sir.
Yeah.
Because they were hurt, innit? Because obviously he's trying to mash up their structure where
Yeah.
they're trying to do certain things, and he's by doing that he's making them look like idiots. Like, rah, I'm standing against this and I'm putting my peas where my mouth is. Obviously, of course, they're gonna try to drag him because he's mashing up their thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just think in regards to, like, if we're talking about like the football, I don't watch football like all the time, but I will watch like the big games. You know what I mean? But I just feel like we need to, like, as a community, like as the black community, we need to understand that this is not our place. And at the end of the day, yes, we can sit up here and we can do certain things here and we can be a part of something, but we need to keep in the forefront that this is not our place. Yes, they've put like black players in, you know, to certain positions in the football team, and we're loved when we're doing good. Do you get what I mean? But
Yeah,
obviously, as soon as in their eyes we're not doing good, the racism comes out.
When you say
never
there,
like
who you
I'm
referring
talking
to
about
there?
society. So everybody that watches football,
Black
everybody
society,
that-
white society.
white society,
Okay, cool.
because they're the ones that obviously that are being racist towards black people, innit? So if you're
I think that's a bit of a sweeping statement. I mean, I don't think you mean it like
not
that.
every
It's just the
single
way
white,
you're saying
no,
it will come across
obviously,
like that. Do you
it's
get what
not
I'm saying?
every single white person on the earth.
Yeah.
But what
It's
I'm
the
saying
racist
is
people.
The racist people.
And it's not just white people, it's Asian people that are in that
Yeah.
racist bracket, is just the
So
racist.
everybody
They're their
who
own
is
thing, the
everybody
racist.
who
You get
is
me?
racist, however, the people that I've seen and I've come across in regards to this situation have been white.
Yeah.
I've not seen any other
Like
races
patriotic,
that,
white,
yeah,
British.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I'm,
the demographic really for a lot of it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
my point is that I'm making is the fact that why are we so hung up on, oh yeah, they've let us sit on their table? Do you get what I mean? It's like they've put us in and we're feeling so like, yeah, we're doing the most. But if you fuck up once, that's it, they're coming for you.
Do you know
but
what?
did you not have that in your mind that this is
No.
going to happen?
Oh yeah.
Or did you think that you was alright now?
To be fair, when they had them come up and take the penalties, like each time one of them missed, I was like, no, this ain't gonna end well. This ain't
Really?
From before.
Yeah, 100%.
I literally knew.
Right.
You saw what was happening. I watch football quite a lot, and straight away, the first thing I thought is the manager made an error. I love the England manager. I love what he's actually doing. You know, he's a new young manager rather than getting the old guys to do what they were doing. He picked a good strategy throughout the whole tournament, really, but never ever get someone to take a penalty who hasn't played for at least 10 minutes. Anyone who's
Exactly.
kicked a ball
Because it's not
knows
warm.
Yeah.
everything is just off. You kick the ball
It's
feels
not
different. It was raining, you know, the pressure, everything. There was a lot of young players in that team that hadn't ever when was the last time England got that far?
Yeah.
But then
And they
you
got that
put it
far
on the
because of
players
us.
to do that. The young players.
There's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
It was a
So-
rookie move
Absolutely.
from a manager.
Yeah.
But
The thing
Exactly.
is, it was 50-50.
Southgate's new, innit?
He's new, he's young, and that's the thing. He's got to grow himself. So
Yeah.
that the whole team was under pressure. But naturally, straight away, you see the 3 black players in a row. You know what's going to happen. Me and my bros said that watching the game. I just went, look, we all know what's going to happen. I looked
Yeah.
at my phone
I looked
2
at
minutes
Twitter,
after the
yeah.
game. Bam, a racist
I
comment.
looked at Twitter and make sure you get home safely.
Yeah.
That's what people were saying.
And
Yeah.
people were saying they're gonna leave the pub now. they're
Yeah.
making their way to the exits now.
Yeah, but that's bullshit. Like, how can we watch? How can we be like having a team of mixed players, but when the black players are not performing due to whatever the reasons are, they feel like the people who are watching the match feel like they have to go home now.
But we're aware. The thing is, we
Are
know
we?
that, like, don't act surprised
Never are
when
we?
a dog
We
bites
are
you.
aware.
We
Yeah,
know
exactly.
that this is not our team. Like you
Yeah.
said, it's not like, yeah, we were invited over here in the Windrush generation, whatever, because we're part of the British Empire, XYZ, whatever, to come and work, boom. But we know this is not our thing. As for the West Africans or any Africans that have come over, it's a similar thing as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we weren't taken over here by slavery. Some black people are here from slavery, but it's a majority
Others, yeah.
of our generations have come here through immigration. Do you get what I'm saying? So we know it's not our thing, and we know this is not our, say, not permanent residence, but this is not our space. Do you get what I'm saying? And English people, I find, not English people in general, just racist English people,
Yeah.
are very unsettled by the fact that we have had such an impact on culture over here,
Yeah.
which is why a lot of racist English people have moved out of central London,
London.
into the outskirt bits,
Like
and then
suburbs.
the
Yeah.
black people and the other ethnic minorities are moving out as well, and then they move further out. It's like
Yeah.
they don't want to be
Yeah, right.
around this mixing pot of cultures. You get what I'm saying? Because they're offended by it, and they're allowed to feel
They're
how they
offended,
feel.
and I feel like they're intimidated as well.
Of course they are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
The way black people are put, especially black males, are put out there. The descriptive words that they use to describe us: big, black, this,
Yeah.
big. That when people even tell the story, so
Aggressive.
it was this big black guy. You never say it was this big white guy.
Yeah,
That's
you
not
just say a
great.
big-
But this,
yeah.
this big black guy came up and you know what I'm saying? When people explain the stuff, usually white people, and I don't think they mean anything by it, but the narrative that's been put across to explain us over the years
micro
is aggressive. Yeah, it's like we're aggressive. So there is a sense of intimidation. There's also a sense of fear as well. Like, a lot of black people black people are more accepted in culture. Maybe in the 50s they weren't. So having a white girl having a black partner or vice versa, whatever, mixed race children, all this stuff. To them, they're looking and like people that are from like the 40s and the 50s, they're looking on and like, what's going on there? Like, my culture is being destroyed. Like, they're scared, and that is another source of racism. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I know people where one side of their family don't chat to them because they're mixed. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's scary to them. Like, is my race, is my culture, is my everything being wiped out? Slang, a lot of slang. People are talking like, I got into a situation where there was an argument between a black girl and a white member of staff where I worked, and the black girl was saying, "Come out of my face!" Like, come out of my face, because the white woman was being quite aggressive, innit? She's like, "Come out of my face!" But the way she was talking was how we took it, and the woman started her inner racism started coming out. Why are you talking like that? Talk English, like right? Like, because she's saying, "Come out my face!" Like, move from me, like move, like, you know what I'm saying? Which is English, isn't it?
Exactly, that's
But
what I was
it's
thinking.
the way she's talking and the
Dialect, really.
dialect. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? It's English, but it's not. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's too black. It was too black for her the way she's talking. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's bare. It's
We had
mad.
a similar scenario where we work as well, because we literally got scripts on how we should greet the children in the morning.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, because they were saying that some of the terminology that was used wasn't what they thought was appropriate. So things like, how can I explain? Like, I don't know, some of
Wagwan.
like that, yeah.
Wagwan
Yeah.
picnic.
But in the same breath, some of the older white ladies, nothing against it, they might say like, "Morning, love, you alright, cherub?" or whatever. That is
What's that? I'm sorry. I'm just schooling.
Treacle.
treacle, all that, yeah. But that wasn't addressed. They just was mainly talking about how you
Yeah.
treat.
Okay.
Yeah. And they tried to give us this script and say like, look, this is
This is the
way
English
in which
way,
that
yeah.
we should talk to the children, which was really condescending when you think about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think that breaks down, that creates a barrier, because sometimes kids want to know that you're on their level. Like
Well, that's the
I'm
thing.
sure when you're in school, they tell you to not stand over a child, get to their,
Get to their
down to
level,
their
yeah,
level
to their level,
and
yeah.
speak to the child. So if you're creating that language barrier, and not to say they won't understand you, but in their head already, they can, without knowing, they're creating a barrier between
The
generations.
thing is, kids
Yeah,
aren't silly
100%.
and they can see when you're talking off a script. If
Yeah.
we're all speaking
course,
the
the same
same,
thing.
it's going to be very
Yeah.
generic.
They
And we're going
separate
to look
themselves.
like
It's robotic.
robotic, and they're not going to feel like they want to confine in us.
Yeah.
Similarly, if you're dealing with like the same demographic where you come from and you talk the way in which you know, you can they
You
feel
relate.
more comfortable with
It's
you.
natural as well.
Yeah.
And they can feel that genuine, that
Bond.
interaction.
Bond,
Yeah, like it's natural. It's not like, oh hi, how are you?
Yeah,
Like, no,
yeah.
I'm just talking to you how I talk.
Yeah.
Simple.
being able
You're
to
getting me as a
say,
person, and that's a basic
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Kids pick up on that.
I reckon you still need to learn both. You know how to
Absolutely.
handle yourself in certain situations and certain areas. Because I think, especially with the youth, sometimes they forget how to talk up to
Yeah.
elders, and
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
you hear them and you're like,
Yeah.
no, you can't talk
Yeah.
to them
Obviously,
like
you're
that.
not going to walk
So
around the school being like, well, go on, blood, you alright? Well,
Yeah.
you hungry now? You want lunch? Like, you're not
Yeah,
going to
nah,
speak
fam,
like
don't
that.
piss me off.
I may do that to the kids. That's why I'm not a teacher. Yo, you want something to eat, blood? Come to the back of it.
Like, sit
Give you
down,
2
fam,
pieces
like,
of chicken
yeah,
in
you're not going to
it.
do that. That wasn't actually happening, but it was just the discrepancy between addressing the black members of staff
Yeah.
about the way they were talking and
And the white
not
members of
addressing
Yeah.
the white. They
I would have
weren't.
brought that up to the school board.
A
'cause
few
that's
people
taking the
did,
lead.
Yeah.
bring that up.
Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, like these are the things, and it happens in every institution. It is just not schools; it's everywhere.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
microaggression
Yeah,
that you're constantly talking
100%.
about. I went to my son's school and like had a conversation with the teacher. It was quite a heated one. I was very passionate about what I was speaking about, and I was speaking with my hands. And he was like, "I'm not dealing with you. You're being aggressive." And I was
This
like,
is
"No,
the thing, it's
you're
like they
missing.
shut us
Yeah,
down
they
all the time.
they purposely misinterpret
It's aggressive,
your
yeah.
passion for aggression,
aggression.
because of the color of your
Yeah,
skin.
but that's
Yeah.
your inner insecurities
Yeah.
that you're reflecting
Yeah.
onto me.
Reflecting onto-
You
yeah.
feel intimidated, so when I'm
Yeah.
moving my hands, you start feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm being aggressive now because I'm talking with my hands with
Absolutely,
passion.
yeah. And it's a game that I refuse to play. I literally say I'm not playing that game with you.
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
don't
yeah.
even try that with me. I'm
Yeah.
not playing that game with you today.
100%.
I've said it a few times when it's happened because I'm very expressive with my hands, which I'm trying to like.
Yeah, but don't
No.
don't die, bro. I
No,
wouldn't do
like
that.
just I know what you mean.
Different social
But
settings.
Different
Yeah.
social settings,
Yeah.
yeah, I get it, but freedom of expression, innit? And you're not harming anybody. You're just talking with your hands.
But
You're
that
not,
is- but see all of these
you're
things,
not
this is
like
the
going
threat.
to punch nobody. You're just expressing yourself. And
No,
I don't
but I mean,
understand
there's
what
been
the
other
problem
things
is.
as well. When I worked my first very job, it was in Ladbrokes. And one of the area managers, I was pregnant, said to me, "I bet you don't know who your baby daddy is."
Whoa.
I swear on my life, he said he was joking, yeah.
That's not even
And
a
the thing
joke.
was,
Yeah.
I was young, so I didn't even. I spoke back to him about it. I was like, "You're obviously being racist. What are you like? I didn't even say racist, but I was saying what
Like,
you're
what does that
saying
mean?
is
So-
like,
Stereotype,
yeah."
yeah.
And he was like, but the way he spoke, he was from somewhere in like the countryside, but he was like, "I bet you don't know who your baby daddy." He spoke
He
like
tried
that.
to do. No.
Yeah.
Reported him so
Yeah,
quickly.
straight away.
I
Would you have
in,
done?
She
at
was
this
younger.
time.
Yeah.
At that
I
age,
like that.
Yeah.
I would have told him to
Yeah.
suck his
No,
butt,
at
but
this
yeah,
time,
I like the reporting
I
style,
would have
that's good.
reported him. Like honestly,
The
any
better
older
person,
than
yeah.
that, I would have. But I was so young, I just didn't
Yeah.
even know what. I was
Yeah.
all like,
and remember,
Yeah, because
a couple years ago, especially when you're having your first little one and being at those ages, it wasn't as in your face as it is now. Like now they're trying to be, you got to report this stuff,
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
to talk about
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
even
Pull it
if
out,
they
as
don't
they say
directly
now,
want to
yeah.
deal
Me
with
Too
it,
movement.
they've tried to
Yeah,
at least
yeah,
give
yeah.
you a platform where
Yeah.
you're supposed to be able to feel comfortable to report it.
but
So now, hell
sometimes
yeah, if someone
even
said
with
that to me.
they will give you that platform, but it won't.
Yeah, it won't go
as
anywhere,
smoothly
yeah.
as you think it will go. Like
no,
they
they
will
will
kind
put
of
stuff in the
yeah.
way for it to.
It just depends. The platform's always been there to report it, but I think it's us being exposed to it as black people
Yeah.
and being comfortable to support it.
Yeah.
I've been in situations, I would say about 12, 13 years ago, where I've reported something that was very racially kind of aggressive, but it was because I educated myself in regards to how we report things and how to kind of play the game. And they can put whatever barrier they want in a place, but as long as you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's, there's absolutely nothing that they can do if you've got.
Like I said,
everything
in
there.
this
But
case, this
don't-
age, I would.
Mm.
Then I didn't even really understand. I didn't even
Yeah.
know that. To
Which is
report.
another
Didn't
reason
come in
why
my
we
head.
need to educate
Yeah.
our younger generation to know how to report things
Of course. But don't
and
you
go through the
feel?
correct channels.
Don't you feel that even if you know how to report things, everything like go cross your T's, dot your I's, like you said,
Sometimes.
it doesn't. It gets that brushed under the carpet. Or
Yeah.
it gets ignored. Nowadays, I'd say after the last year or two that we've had. In
Yeah,
terms of racial
George
equality,
Floyd
and
and-
I noticed they're trying to push the whole LGBT
yeah.
BT thing like up there with because this is going on. It's like, oh, we've got to do that as well now.
Yeah, yeah.
So now, like, it's equality for everyone.
Do you know
But it's
what it
like
is?
you lot weren't even working on equality for
No.
us
Exactly that.
first. But now, because we're doing that,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna sweep, I might as well mop too. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like
It's like
let me
pro
just-
LGBT, pro black.
yeah,
Pro-
but
yeah.
but you lot should have tackled that because that's been going on for a time.
centuries.
Not saying that the LGBT thing doesn't matter. I'm just saying, it's like it's a chore. Like, wow, we're doing this. Drag
Yeah.
that in there as well. I'm taking out the rubbish.
It's
Let
a
me
tick
take-
box now. It's
Yeah,
like, all right,
yeah.
all right, everyone's got to get a piece
Because
now.
everything's being over scrutinised as well.
But
in
yeah,
those areas.
yeah.
for sure.
It was always there, but it wasn't as pushed and
Yeah.
kind of because it's always been going on in the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah,
However,
absolutely.
now it's just been brought to spotlight because
Yeah.
of social media.
And that's taken more
Yeah.
seriously. So
That's
if
what
you
it is.
report something the right way, I
Yeah.
feel like now
They
people
will do
feel they
something
have to
about
take
it.
it
Yeah,
more
they have to
seriously.
do something
They had the
about it.
LGBT
And
car
also-
coming in to
Yeah.
bring the football in and all of this and
Every
Kane
single
banners, yeah.
Kane had
But I
the
just
rainbow
feel
band.
like as well.
But
Sorry,
yeah,
BLM
taking
everywhere.
that rainbow though, because that's a bit annoying. Because the rainbow
But-
is the rainbow.
sorry to like thingy, but even in terms of like funding and stuff like that, I've even noticed that certain funders now are focusing purely on like black organisations.
Oh, like
Whereas
giving
before,
to
yeah,
them.
whereas
Trend,
before they
trend.
weren't doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's a
They
buzzword.
literally streamline a bulk of money
Yeah.
for black
Yeah.
organisations.
Yeah.
So they want your whole top table to be black.
Yeah.
And
Just
it's
so that
like-
they can say we're inclusive
yeah,
or
but
whatever.
this is the thing, and this is where I struggle
It's
with, because I'm just
manufactured,
like,
Mm.
why now?
We know
Why
why
weren't you doing this before?
Do you know what? There was a lot of these things available, but us as black people, like I'm saying, you know, the Bank of
Yeah,
England,
but
they have been doing
was-
that.
it
But
was
it's not.
harder.
It wasn't harder. It just wasn't pushed and promoted to us as much because there's been things out there for black people where they're focused on black businesses, black scholarships for years. We just
I
haven't
don't
been
think it's
exposed
been
to
as
it.
much as now because
We haven't. It's not
I've-
as much as now,
yeah,
but
because
we've
I've
always
been-
had it there. We just haven't been exposed to it.
It's not beneficial to expose us to it, is it?
Exactly. That's
But
what
now
I'm
it's
saying.
like
now
if
they have
yeah,
to,
it's about getting
and
our
they're
power
pushing
back.
it even more.
Like,
Like,
part
sorry
of it.
guys, we
Social
forgot to tell you
responsibility.
that there was this
Yeah,
thing put
literally.
in
Yeah.
20 years ago that
Yeah.
allowed you
No,
to
to be
access
fair.
it.
Yeah.
Oops, I forgot.
Yeah, the Bank
I'm
of England
serious.
have had like a scholarship for young black boys for at least the past 8 to 10 years. The scholarship,
That's
you know.
mad.
No, I've heard
But
about
no
the
one's heard
scholarships.
about that. There's
Yeah.
loads of societies and loads
There
of
is
money
stuff.
that's been put there, but because do you know what it is? We don't go and look for the information. We stick to where
But
we
remember
are as
what
well.
they said: if you want to hide information,
Put
from
it in a
black
book.
man, put it in a book.
Yeah,
Exactly.
100%.
But
That's
now
what
we
we
have
do.
to understand that we need to change our mindset now. Do you
But
understand?
that's the root of it. I feel all of this is why people shouldn't be surprised at what happened at the Euros because
Yeah, I wasn't
Mhm.
surprised.
I wasn't
everything we
surprised
just
at all.
discussed, people are acting like, oh my
not
gosh,
new.
No, there was definitely
racism,
a level of
like what?
expectation for it to happen. Like I said, when I see the 3 young black men take the
Right.
penalties, I was like, oh, I can see
But-
where this
Yeah,
is
you
going.
can't. Put
Yeah.
people-
Bearing in mind as well, sorry to cut you,
Mm.
who scored the first goal to actually get
Precisely
them through.
that.
That's what I'm saying.
Precisely
The
that.
black players were the
He
ones
was-
who
he
got
was-
them
Sterling,
there
Sterling
into that
scored
point.
the first goals to get them through. Remember, they were only getting one goal. Who was putting that in the back of the net? Don't get me wrong, Kane, brilliant striker.
Yeah.
But people didn't even want Sterling in the actual team for a while. If
Yeah.
you watched a lot of the live feeds and the streaming points, they were like, get him out, put Grealish in. But then every time they needed a goal, it was Sterling that popped up with the goal until certain other players in their team started obviously getting their form back or raising their game or whatever you want to call it, managers, tactics. So, like you said, on one side, it's like, you know, we get the praise for doing that side, but as soon as we don't do something on the other side,
That's it.
But that is where we're accepted. Black people, I feel, we're okay
Yeah, go on, finish your
we're
point,
okay
and
if we're entertaining. Like
Mm.
from
Exactly.
historically, like
Yeah, yeah,
minstrel
yeah,
shows,
yeah,
all that
yes,
shit.
sir.
As long
Yeah,
as
yeah,
you're entertaining,
Exactly.
as soon as you mess up, boom, like
Yeah.
that's
Don't
it.
do no
That's
jiggle.
it. That's for these white people. Like basketball, football, whatever. So,
Precisely.
Yeah,
But
100%.
But I guess this is a topic that we can visit again later on.
I think it just
There'll be
stems to
loads more
racism.
scenarios.
and-
Yes, well, we don't have to visit it again. Something else will happen. Something else will happen. So we'll have to
Precisely.
revisit it again. That's the problem.
Like that girl with the bouncer, we missed that in our little break.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh yeah, we
That's
can do
fine.
that.
It's
yeah.
always pop
There's
something.
always a
pop.
scenario.
Something.
Next week there'll be something new.
So I guess
You know
we're
what I
going to
mean?
move on to our dilemma.
Yeah, dilemmas. We're gonna move on to the dilemmas now. So who wants to do the honours?
Do you want to explain the segment though?
Yeah.
So basically, at the end of each
Dilemma.
topic, we're gonna do a dilemma. So basically, on our
Are we
Twitter
going to vote
feed-
as well?
Well,
yeah, we might as
Let's
well.
go
on our social media, we put out requests for people to send in their dilemmas, and we got a few, not 100, but we got a few. It's our first week, so who wants to do the honours in getting the dilemma box out?
You're new to this team, I think.
Yeah, I'll do it. I was just thinking that. Let's
Go for
Do the
it.
one here, yeah?
Yes, please.
Pick,
Alright,
pick
make
one.
sure I don't break this.
What's that
thing.
dilemma song?
We need to
I
put it
think
somewhere
about
else.
is you. When I'm with my boo. Crazy over you. Is that the one? No
Yeah.
matter what
There's a couple
I do.
dilemmas. There's so solid dilemmas on. That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
We need more dilemmas though. Come on, guys.
yeah.
Be
Come on,
sending
guys.
them in.
Sending them in.
Go on.
Good.
Let's see which one you pick out.
Lice.
Pick out.
Lice. Lice like bread.
Should,
We ready,
we
yeah?
pre-pick
Yeah, we're
our
ready,
dilemma
we're
or
ready.
just randomly?
No, I just randomly pick.
What is that?
Okay, so I want to put my kids to bed every night, but my girlfriend doesn't like me going to their house at 9 p.m.
What?
Oh,
So does that mean that they don't live together and the dad wants to come and put the kids to bed
I
at
guess
9
so.
o'clock?
yeah,
My
to be
girlfriend.
fair, I
You said my
personally
girlfriend,
would.
though.
Yeah.
Is it
Don't put it
girlfriend?
back
They say
in
baby
there.
Don't put it
man.
back in.
Yeah, girlfriend.
Yeah. No, well, I guess it's the case that you're with someone else,
Yeah.
your girlfriend, you might have a baby mums, and you've got to go to put your kids
Kids to bed.
to bed. But
But 9
your
o'clock
girlfriend
is a
don't
bit-
like that.
Yeah,
But
9
idiot.
o'clock is a bit late though, isn't it?
No, but if you're not gonna show up all day, but just want to come at 9 to put them in bed after I've fed them, bathed them, played with them, washed them, picked them up from school, took them to the doctors, brought them back, took them to the shop, taken them to the car,
Do you know
kicked them,
what I
ball it,
mean?
and then you want to roll up at 9 and be like, right, it's bedtime. No, I don't think so.
No,
Right.
I get that.
Right,
But what if his allocated time is, let's say you've worked out your agreement, yeah? His time is the weekend, but then he does his thing on the weekend. You're happy with that. He's a good dad on that side, but because he loves his children, now wants to go. Because he might be on his way home, or you might not live too far. He wants to spend that little bit of extra time, maybe read to his youths, and goes, you know what? I want to come round in the evening. It don't have to be about you guys, really. You know, when it comes to the passer, you go, look, put that aside. I want to see my kids in it. We're not together. I'm gonna come round, read little one of
Yeah,
a bedtime story.
I think 9 o'clock is a bit late though.
To be honest,
9 o'clock.
What if the kids are like
Yeah.
17
Okay.
or something?
Yeah, what if it's like they go to bed? Okay, let's say
7
8
o'clock.
o'clock. 7:30, 8 o'clock. What we say?
7:30, like maybe.
What's the time on the
depending.
sheet?
The time
Yeah,
was 8
the
to
time
9
was in the
o'clock.
shit.
So the time was 9 o'clock.
They
Okay,
were
for me
specific.
personally,
It's like no room, but it's like at 9 o'clock. Like,
After 9 o'clock, yeah. Like me going
after
to the house.
9, no, it's not happening.
that's a lie.
Yeah, that's too late.
He's
because
lying.
he
He's
wants
cheating.
to-
He's
wants to
putting your
bang.
kids to bed.
Yeah.
He wants to
cheating.
bang.
Yeah.
He's cheating.
He wants to
He's
stay for that coffee
This guy had to
afterwards.
get that nunash.
Yeah.
Get that nunashi.
But our viewer actually
So,
wanted advice,
who's this
so.
from?
Yeah.
Sasha B.
Big up Sasha B.
Big up Sasha B though, yeah.
It's
I
a,
hope you get that problem sorted.
trust
I hope he gets sorted, but I
Don't
wouldn't
trust
trust
him.
it. To be
Don't
fair.
trust him. It's
Yeah,
fishy.
don't trust him. He's trying.
I'd like to know if he's ever made a move, or
Yeah,
you know,
that would be
yeah,
interesting.
if he's there and he's kind of hanging about afterwards, man takes
No,
his socks
because
off
he
and
doesn't say
puts his
that.
foot on the footstool, something like
Hey, when
that.
the socks come off.
Exactly. He
And
ain't leaving for a
he
while. He's there for a while.
We don't even know if Sasha's got a routine for her kids. I personally
Sasha might
would
not
say
be
no.
Yeah, the kids could be going to bed anytime.
Yeah, you get some people that they have routine for their
Yeah.
kids and their kids are going to bed any time.
And maybe that's what he wants to. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Maybe that's what he wants. Maybe he's like, my kids are going to bed random times.
Yeah,
That's it. If I come over at 9 o'clock, you
Then
know
what
it's
time?
bedtime
Right.
because you see my face, so
Yeah.
you know it's bedtime. Like if you hear that doorbell, put your toys away. You go in bed.
Maybe he's the
Literally,
authoritative
trying to
figure,
bring-
innit? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, boom,
Well,
daddy's
you
here,
know
yeah.
what?
bedtime.
It's not a bad thing. He just needs to bring the time a little bit forward. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. 9 o'clock is a little bit late, in my opinion,
Depending
depending
on
on
the
how
kid's
old they
age.
are.
Yeah.
But then you're not gonna put your 16-year-old kid to bed.
Yeah.
Depending if
Who
they
puts a
got
16-year-old kid to bed? Tucking in them long legs
Yeah.
into bed. Go on now. Tuck the
Have you,
big onto
did
your
you shave?
moustache.
Did you shave? Make sure you shave tomorrow
Make sure you
morning.
shave.
Get those flower hair and shit.
Well, anyway, Sasha, hope you sort that out. But we've come to the end of the episode. So yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and DM us any of your dilemmas. And we'll see you again next week. Peace.
Oh, mercy.
Bye.
Here we go, here we go, here we go now.